Hey, what's going on, everyone? Hope all of you guys are doing well. So, today I'm going to be reviewing the Blu ray release of Joe's Apartment. This is a Warner Archive release, and this, I believe, was MTV's first movie, which aired back in, well, I wouldn't say aired, it, I guess, was released in theaters at that time back in 1996, I believe. Yeah, 1996. So 2 more years, and we should be hitting 30. 30 years since this release. And it stars Jerry O'Connell as well as a few other recognizable faces you'll see in the movie. Can't remember the actors' names. One of the actors is kind of one of those actors that when you see their face, you know exactly who they are, but you can never remember the name. Um, but basically, Joe is a college graduate who moves to New York, and things don't go so well. He gets robbed. He is trying to find an apartment, and he gets fired from so many jobs. He can't keep a job, and it just so happens that when he does get an apartment, he happens to have roommates that are talking cockroaches, and just a bunch of weird things start to happen. He has a love interest who is big on taking areas of the city and turning them into, you know, a turn them into like a garden of some sort. She is really big into flowers and things like that. And of course, things happen throughout the film, but nonetheless, it's a fun movie. Is it perfect? No, it's pretty bad. But you have to give it some credit. One, this, I believe was right when Jerry O'Connell was either going to do before Sliders or while during Sliders. I can't remember exactly. And, you got to give MTV credit for launching their first movie. Um, and whoever came up with the idea, I think, was a genius. I would like to see an updated version of this, like a remake or a sequel, but that's just my personal taste. But I want to talk about the Blu-ray quality because I have to give Warner Archive credit because this looked amazing. I want to say it's a 4K scan from what I've read, but this looked absolutely clean. Yes, there are some graining parts, but not enough to kind of distract you. I think it blended really well. The CGI, I'm going to state that was my biggest issue because if you've seen Ghostbusters, whether it's the Blu-ray, whether it's the 4K, you kind of know how bad the CGI can be, especially with the Gatekeeper and Keymaster when they turn into the creatures. I forgot what they call them, the dogs that they turn into. They don't look great at all, and it just does not look the transfer doesn't look all that great. But with this, for some odd reason, they took the time out. Yeah, the CGI is 96 CGI. Those cockroaches aren't going to look good, but it blends well enough to where it doesn't look out of place. That was my biggest issue was the cockroaches are going to look like they're out of place, and they weren't. Everything was blended really, really nicely, and I have to give credit for this, release. And if anybody who is looking to retire their old Warner Brothers DVD case, or not DVD case, but their Warner Brothers DVD, I highly recommend going ahead and upgrading this. The quality, I think, is definitely a step up, and they took the time, which was great. It didn't feel rushed. It felt like they, did what they could with some of the grainy parts. They blended the CGI in really well, so that way it doesn't look like it's out of place. By all means, the CGI is not going to be perfect. I mean, we're talking about 1996, but it's not going to be like the Ghostbusters. You're not going to have that issue where it looks like the Terror Dogs or something like that look like they're out of place. No, you don't get that. And the sound quality I thought was really great too. So if you guys want to upgrade it, I highly recommend doing so. Wait for it to go down in price. I want to say it's probably at this point like $25, which is a good deal. It's kind of the standard. Might be 30. I don't know. Usually these tend to go down. So, maybe give it time. Now, you don't get any special features other than the original theatrical trailer, but Warner Brothers has been putting these like cartoon episodes from from like, I want to say like Looney Tunes or something like that. But this one includes The Lady in Red, From Hair to Eternity, and Superior Duck. So yeah, I haven't checked those out, but it's interesting that they're putting, just random like animated, shorts on here. There's got to be footage out there, with behind the scenes for this. I want to say there is, because I feel like I remember seeing behind the scene footage, and considering it's MTV who did this, it would make sense that they would have some type of like behind the scenes. So why we haven't gotten a some type of release with, actual special features is beyond me. But nonetheless, that's my review for the Blu-ray of Joe's Apartment. Definitely a solid upgrade in my opinion, and I think they did really, really well. I am going to check out some of the other ones I have, like Grover Dangerfield. That's another one I'd like to try to do a review on. I'm hoping down the road, if everything works out really well, we'll get Trojan Wars with Jennifer Love Hewitt on Blu-ray and Steel with Shaq. I feel like they're starting to slowly go through their catalog and start releasing Blu-ray releases for their old, archive DVD releases. Even like Little Giants, don't be surprised if that gets announced for a Blu-ray. I think we're over the 30-year mark, because I think that came out no, actually, I think this year marks 30 years. I think it came out in 94. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we get that by the end of the year or within the next couple of months. So, yeah, definitely. Let's see, what else do I have? Hang on. Yeah, Steel, Little Giants, and Trojan Wars. And I know there's a few others that have been getting Blu-ray releases, and others are getting releases not from the Warner Archive. They're getting from other studios. So, yeah, definitely give it a shot. I don't think you guys will be disappointed. If you get the chance, maybe, go on YouTube, see if you can find somebody who has a comparison to the DVD and to the Blu-ray. But nonetheless, that's going to be my Blu-ray review for Joe's Apartment. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please give this video a like. It helps me out. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and do so. And if you guys would like to check out my eBay store, I will put the link down in the description below. And I'm Film Talk with Mikey. And until next time, guys, we'll talk films. Thanks for watching. Peace.